I'm no expert on these matters, but the golf course looks really cool. I mean, it's neat the way it nestles down into this canyon, and there's stories of like people seeing bobcats out on the fairways and stuff like that. And they actually have this warning in the golf shack or whatever you call it that says, like, if your ball goes rolling down the hill down into the canyon, not to go chasing it because of the rattlesnakes. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's probably, not every golf course that has a rattlesnake warning, but.
Well, we're getting ready to leave, and of course Rex had to go in the pro shop, the big golfer he is.
Because that's just something I always do, is check out the golf pro shop. And so I picked up a Snickers bar. Yum, yum, yum.
So I guess it's out in the open. Rex is a golf nut,
Oh.
a real golf fanatic. Now, you haven't actually played yet.
No.
And then beside the golf course is the lodge, which at the time we were there, they are in the process of rebuilding. I think they're expanding it quite a bit, and it's really cool looking. They did a really neat job of the design of the front of it's pretty cool looking. So I'm looking forward to going back when it's open. I've been wanting to try one of those high visibility yellow jackets for a while, and I'll tell you, boy, it's high visibility, all right. There's no fear of someone not seeing you coming with that.
This thing, I think it had batteries in it. I think it was a 12-volt color. When he put it on, he would reach inside and mess with something, and you could hear it glow. You could truly hear it.
Man, what a beautiful morning! Holy cow!
But you could spot him a mile away. Couldn't see anything else.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool jacket. I don't know if I'm going to be wearing it to any, New Year's Eve parties or anything like that, but it's okay. So after we left Roman Nose, we headed south on Highway 8, and it's only a few miles to Watonga. Watonga is known for their cheese, and ironically, they no longer make cheese there. A couple of years ago, there was this kind of freak weather thing that happened that blew the roof off of the cheese factory that had made Watonga cheese. And unfortunately, the guy couldn't afford to rebuild, and it damaged a bunch of the cheese-making equipment, which who knew? I guess I figured it was waterproof, but maybe not. So it's kind of funny, though, that they still have the Cheese Festival, just, because they always have. And they're very adamant. We stopped by and talked to some folks at the Chamber of Commerce about it. And I'll tell you, if anybody's out there in the market for opening up a cheese factory, these people want to talk to you, because Watonga's ready to wine and dine you. Let me tell you, they want their cheese factory back.
So, I got to ask you, will Watonga ever be the same since the cheese factory closed?
Oh yeah, we're going to overcome that.
Okay.
We're still working on getting a cheese factory again.
Oh, good.
So we have another one.
Good.
We're still looking. We are very open to supporting anyone who wants to come in and bring in cheese, because that's
If there are any cheese magnates out there in the audience, this is the place to be, Watonga. So you still have the cheese festival.
Yes, sir.
When is that? Like October or?
Second weekend in October, Friday and Saturday.
Second weekend in October.
Oh, absolutely. We do bring in cheese from Oklahoma.
They brought us in and told us a little bit about the town, and Bob told us all about a rally out in western Oklahoma. And I think we're going to try to go back. I'd sure like to make it. I found a bunch of beautiful scenery on, looked like a bunch of twisty roads, big trees, not something you normally see out in western Oklahoma. So we're going to try to go back and see what it's all about.
And there's what is the River Road Run or something like that, a motorcycle?
There's a low water crossing over there between Oakwood and Taloga, And so that's kind of where we got the name. And it's real pretty up through there. A lot of
Okay.
wildlife and like that. I think it's 240 miles around the run.
Right.
Now, I've seen some of the pictures on the website looking up that run, and yeah, it looked like beautiful scenery,
Oh, it is.
twisty
Yeah.
roads and trees, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't think of Western Oklahoma as that.
No, that's why that was our intention, was to bring people out here to show them, and you know how green and pretty it is. And at the time of the year we have it, it's really nice that time of year. And there's a lot of wildlife and things to see out through there.
Right.
And tell me again what time, what month?
We have it in May.
It's in May. Okay.
It's we had about 300 riders last year.
Wow.
And-
So it's a pretty good sized event. That sounds great. We'll have to make it this year.
Yeah, I hope you do. Yeah, and it's a poker run. You know, we have people
Right,
around in
right.
different places, and then we bring them back out here to Romanos that night, and we hand out the awards. And
Great. Well, Mr. Schumacher, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. We've enjoyed our stay here in Watonga. We got to hit the road now, and we're going to head down to Red Rock Canyon.
you bet.
We're going to hit the road, heading south on Highway 8. Let's go.
So, unfortunately, since the cheese factory closed down, it seems like Watonga's main industry now is a correctional facility. And even just driving through town, we passed a couple of buses that were, I guess, taking inmates out to, I don't know, touring around or something.
Yeah, we even got to make faces at one of the prison buses as they pulled up. They had the windows all blacked out, you know, had it all pimped out. You could see the bars inside of the bus, but you couldn't really tell how many people were in there. So we were just taunting them with our motorcycles, with our freedom and our motorcycles, freedom out on the road.
So after we left the Watonga Chamber of Commerce, we headed on south on 8 towards Hinton and Red Rock Canyon State Park.
And the sun beating down on the Cimarron sand. My heart still lies at almost windswept plains where poor dirt farmers used to pray for rain. But one thing I miss, you know that I like, riding down those red dirt roads at night. I'm talking about the Oklahoma kind. Payne County girls always look so fine, crossing section lines and feel alright.
Rex always ends up with the bike that has bags. He had like luggage for days. He always brings everything with him though too. He brings extra shoes and all kind of dishware and no telling what all in those bags. I've never really gotten to dig through them, but any bike we pick up, the first question comes out of his mouth. Has it got bags? Has it got a bag? Yes, Rex, it's got bags on it. It's got saddlebags. Of course, I have one thing in the top box on the bike that I'm riding, which was my visor that came out of the holder. And after vibrating down the road, my extra visor, my brand new visor for my helmet, got so scratched up.
What happened? Nice. It's just a piece of plastic. What do they cost? Like $4 or $5?
Or 80 or something. So that's the reason I don't even bother with bags. They just make a mess out of my stuff.